Hi everyone. Before we get into it, I just want to say, as always, thank you. The community response and involvement to everything we're continuing to build is still incredible. We were so pleased to see the positive reception to our previous release, and we've hit new player records again. Your passion fuels our teams, Studio 397 and Motorsport Games, to bring our best work to Le Mans Ultimate. And with that, let's get into the latest installment. Elms Pack 3. First up, content. The third and final pack of the ELMS Season Pass is here, and probably one of the worst kept secrets out there. The Duqueine D09 is another third generation LMP3 chassis, with the now very familiar twin-turbo V6 from Toyota. Raced in ELMS last year by the WTM by Rinaldi racing team, the unique livery is certainly eye-catching. And now, with 3 chassis to choose from, we can't wait to see the LMP3 grid variety in your races, and as a result, we will have completed the ELMS grid. The circuit joining the Duqueine in Pack 3 is the host of the ELMS season opener in a couple of weeks. Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia, one of Europe's most popular tracks to race on. It's a circuit which rewards technical drivers, featuring a combination of fast sweeping corners, medium speed sections and a long 1 kilometre main straight. Released with the 2025 non-chicane layout, we intend to add additional layouts in a future update. ELMS Season Pass holders and Race Control Pro Plus subscribers will receive the Duqueine and Barcelona as soon as the content is released, as well as being available to purchase separately. New layouts. Whilst on the subject of content, as promised, we're adding some new alternative layouts for Paul Ricard and Silverstone, giving you more options for how you can race those tracks. Silverstone now features the National, International and the Grand Prix layout from the wing pit lane as featured in WEC in years gone by. At Paul Ricard, we've added the snappily named 1A, 1AV2, 1AV2 Short and 3A layouts. They will be more memorable than their names, I'm sure. And for Imola, Spa and Portimao, we've expanded the grid size to ELMS 44 grid configuration. So you can expect even bigger fields in that championship, but they will also be available for online events as well. More cars, more action, more chaos. Now let's talk features, because there's some really meaningful quality of life improvements in this update. True Force and haptic feedback. Firstly, we've now added Logitech True Force and haptic feedback support. Starting with Logitech True Force, this technology is now natively supported in-game. We know there is an active community who have been patiently waiting for this, so we are pleased to collaborate with Logitech to make this happen. True Force utilizes vibro-tactile effects triggered directly from our physics engine alongside traditional kinesthetic force feedback to create a more dynamic feeling using their low latency motors delivered directly to their SDK. Additionally, this work has unlocked 2 additional benefits for all users. Firstly, we are able to include these effects directly in the normal FFB stream for non-True Force users. Just like the True Force variant, you can adjust the amount that is included. Give it a try. We also now have the ability for you to utilize haptic feedback for devices like bass shakers. Select the device from the drop-down list in the sound settings and away you go. Performance improvements. Something I know a lot of you care deeply about, performance. And for this update, we've done serious work under the hood. Many of these come from our ongoing console preparation work, but serve to give everyone a better experience going forward. We have introduced a new UI middleware. How exciting! For those nerds that want to know, we have historically used Chromium Embedded Framework, or CEF, for our front end, but there's a need for a more performant version, and so we are switching to a newer, more lightweight and game-focused solution called Coherent. This means we no longer have to run the game with VSync enabled in mixed gameplay and UI screens, such as the monitor and watch screens. It should also eliminate a number of crashes that have been persistent with the old technology. This is a fairly big change on a technical level, and we know we'll be needing to monitor and address any issues that come up in the release. Loading times, a bugbear for many. These have been reduced by approximately 20% after a further performance review, helping you get on track faster than ever before. We are also introducing occlusion culling for vehicles, meaning that cars you can't see are no longer rendered, which will save you performance, particularly when you get closer to the pit lane where there may be cars stored within garages. Additional improvements. For league owners and broadcasters, we've rewritten the broadcast overlay to mirror the 2025 WEC season update. A much requested feature, this is not just a colour change. The functionality has also been updated and performance refined from a full rewrite. Expect more improvements as we go here. We've detached this from the game builds and can remotely update at will. There's a link in the description to learn more about how to use this. We're continuing to add to our list of localized languages and are pleased to add Korean to LMU in this release, ahead of our friends at Genesis joining the 2026 WEC grid. Good luck to them, and more on them joining the grid in LMU very soon. I'm pleased to also share that a number of new and highly requested telemetry parameters have been added to our shared memory file. I'm sure that will keep plenty of you with fancy pieces of equipment and software very happy indeed. Finally, we've refined our live steward system from user replays in the last release. This will allow us to review false positives quicker and reduce time to review intentional wrecking. Team endurance races. I wanted to quickly talk about the progress on team endurance races. Thanks to all of our players for testing the 12 hours of Le Mans recently. We're pleased to say that was largely successful and the 38 car events are officially out of the test program. There are a few more pieces of work to complete before we run the next 24-hour test. Keep an eye out for that. The future. There's a lot to talk about here. We know career mode is a feature many of you are eagerly awaiting, and we acknowledge it's been on our roadmap for some time. The career mode will be one of the most significant additions to Le Mans Ultimate, and we are still very much committed to it. Providing a great single-player experience is still very much our ambition. Given the complexity of this feature, we are determined to give it the necessary time, and it is now expected to be delivered later this year. As for content, we've now finished the ELMS Season Pass, so what's next? Well, I want to ensure you that the remainder of 2026 already looks as exciting as ever for new cars and tracks. We're expecting to update you on our next Season Pass plans at Le Mans in June. We'll be giving you a bumper edition of news in just a few short months, before the world's greatest endurance race starts again. I also hear Easter eggs are popular this time of year, so make sure you keep a lookout. So that's a quick summary of version 1.3. Check out the changelog for the full list of additions, new ELMS content, new layouts, and huge quality of life improvements. We hope you enjoy the latest update, and as always, get out there, get racing, and we'll see you on track.